Where is the place called someday? We talk about it all the time. Someday I will travel. Someday I will write that book. Someday I will be happy. We treat our dreams like expensive china, kept in a cabinet for a special occasion that never comes. But have you ever looked at a calendar? Monday is there, Tuesday is there, but someday is nowhere to be found. This was the illusion that trapped a dreamer named Julian. Julian was smart. He was ambitious. He had a beautiful leather-bound notebook with gold lettering on the cover that read "The Future." Inside, he had planned his perfect life down to the smallest detail. He had charts for his dream business, sketches of the house he would build, and lists of countries he would explore. It was a masterpiece of intention. But in reality, Julian was stuck. He was a cog in a machine he despised, in a job that drained the color from his world. Every morning, he would look at his notebook and feel a spark of hope, and every evening, he would close it with a sigh. Not today, I am too tired. Not now. I will start when I have more money. I will start when the economy is better. I will start someday. He didn't realize that this cycle was the real trap. He felt productive because he was always planning, always refining his grand vision. But this constant planning was a form of paralysis. He was so busy drawing the map that he never took the first step on the journey. And all the while, the clock was ticking, his life passing him by while he waited for a perfect time that never seemed to arrive. The weight of his unstarted dreams was becoming heavier than any failure could ever be. One rainy afternoon, the sky weeping as if for his lost time, Julian ducked into a small, cluttered shop to escape the downpour. The air inside was thick with the scent of old wood, brass polish, and the sound of 100 clocks ticking out of sync, a chorus of mismatched heartbeats. An old man with a magnifying glass looped around his neck looked up from a complex nest of gears and springs. Julian, looking around at the beautiful chaos, felt a strange sense of calm. The old man smiled, his eyes crinkling. "What time is it, young man?" he asked, his voice like the gentle chime of a grandfather clock. Julian glanced at his watch. "It's 3:15. The old man, Master Horatio, shook his head slowly, a glint in his eye. He gestured around the room at the clocks ticking away seconds, minutes, and years. "No," he said softly. "I didn't ask what time it is for the world. I asked, what time is it in your life, Julian?" Julian was taken aback. How did this stranger know his name? But the question resonated deep within him, striking a chord that had been silent for too long. He looked at his own hands, then at the old man. The pretense fell away. He confessed, his voice barely a whisper. I think I am just waiting for the right moment to begin my real life." Horatio listened, then nodded with a sad wisdom. "Ah, the right moment," he said, setting down his tools. "The most beautiful, most dangerous myth ever told. It does not exist, boy. It never has." He shuffled to a dusty corner of the shop and pulled out a strange, oversized calendar. It was yellowed with age, but the days weren't labeled Monday or Tuesday. Instead, every single square just said, "Someday." Horatio took a fountain pen from his pocket. "Watch closely," he said. He tried to write Julian's name on one of the squares. For a fleeting second, the ink was there, dark and real. But then it shimmered and evaporated, leaving the square as blank as before. "You see," Horatio explained, his voice gentle but firm. "You cannot build a house on a cloud. Someday is a ghost. It has no substance. It cannot hold your plans. It cannot bear the weight of your dreams. You cannot live there because it is not a real place. Julian stared at the calendar, the truth of it washing over him. Horatio wasn't finished. He deepened the lesson, walking over to a small, potted tree by the window. It had one single, beautiful apple hanging from a branch. "Imagine you are hungry," he said, pointing to the fruit. You stand before this apple tree and your stomach aches for food. But you look at this apple and you say, "It's not perfect yet. I will wait until it is perfectly red, perfectly round, and perfectly sweet. I will wait for it to fall right into my hand." He paused, letting the image sink in. What happens, Julian? While you wait for perfection, the apple ripens, then it overripens. It begins to rot on the branch. Or perhaps a bird comes and pecks at it. Or someone else, someone who is simply hungry and not obsessed with perfection, comes along and eats it. You waited so long for the perfect moment that you lost the apple entirely. Horatio turned to face him, his gaze intense. Someday is a code word. It's a polite way of saying never. It's the permission we give ourselves to let our dreams die of neglect. You have a grand notebook full of plans, but plans are just wishes written on paper. The only currency you can actually spend, the only time that truly belongs to you, is today. In that moment, a bolt of lightning struck Julian's soul. He looked down at his hands, then pictured his notebook, the future. He suddenly saw it, not as a blueprint for success, but as the walls of a very comfortable prison. All that planning, all that waiting for the right time, it wasn't preparation. It was hiding. He was hiding from the fear of failure, the fear of not being good enough, the fear of the messy, unpredictable reality of actually doing something. The safety of waiting suddenly felt terrifying. He wasn't preserving his dreams. He was actively suffocating them. For the first time, he truly felt the terror of time running out. Each tick of the clocks in the shop, a reminder of a second he could never get back. Julian left the shop without another word, the sound of the ticking clocks fading behind him. He went home, but he didn't open his notebook to plan some more. He didn't create a new chart or refine an old idea. Instead, he sat down at his computer. His hands were shaking. His heart was pounding. He felt scared. He felt unprepared. He felt like a fraud. But he opened a browser, and with a trembling finger, he bought a one-way ticket to the first country on his list. It wasn't the perfect time. He didn't have enough money. He had a million reasons not to do it, but he did it. He did it scared. He did it imperfectly, but he did it today. And as the confirmation email appeared in his inbox, the heavy, suffocating weight of someday finally lifted from his shoulders. It was replaced by something new, something light, something terrifying and thrilling all at once. The quiet hum of the present moment. The adventure had finally begun. The moral is that someday is not a destination, but a trap designed to keep us comfortable and stagnant. Dreams only become reality when we stop waiting for the perfect time and start acting in the only time we actually possess, today.